What's good, family? What's good? Week 17 in the NFL season. I'm going to give y'all my Week 17 picks. Here we go. Happy New Year to everybody. Stay blessed. Everybody have a blessed New Year. We have ATL at Buffalo. And this is the kind of game that Buffalo's been feasting on all year long. Last week they had a good win against a good New England squad. They split that season series, but this is the kind of wins that they've been having all year, where they blow a bad team, an average team, or a bad team completely out the water. And they give them 14 and a half, and it's applicable. The only time they haven't is when their infamous loss to Jacksonville, where Josh Allen met the other Josh Allen. But other than that, when they have games like this, they come the strength of that roster, both sides of the ball, and they blow teams out of the water. I expect the same here. We have my Giants, who are in complete disarray against Chicago, who at least have a young quarterback to build around. For Saquon, this is a return to the seat of the crime. This is a return to the seat of the crime where he blew out his knee, so it's going to be pretty emotional for him. But y'all know my Giants are going to make some changes. I'm not completely sold on whether they should change Joe Judge, but there's a lot of other changes that need to be made. A lot of other changes. But the Giants are going to lose this game. Chicago's giving 6. Giants are going to lose this game. Now, a good game coming up tomorrow. We have KC on the road and Cincinnati. Now, Cincinnati defensively can really get after the quarterback, and KC has been protecting the quarterback better. A lot of people say KC is back. I don't think KC is back. Their offense isn't completely where they used to be. They're finding ways to win, and now they're finding ways to put up big numbers, but it's not the same KC. Their defense, however, is playing significantly better. But you're going against Joe Burrow, who threw for 500 yards last week. Yes, against a practice squad secondary, but 500 yards. And KC's won 8 games in a row. They're due for a hiccup. I'd rather the hiccup come now than in the playoffs. However, the issue with Cincinnati, because they're a young team, has been consistency. They'll have a game like that, and then they'll wet the bed the next week. KC has been consistent, doing what it takes to win. Not great all the times, but doing what it takes to win. They're giving 4. I like KC. We have the Las Vegas Raiders coming to Indy to play the Colts. I want to take this time to give a shout out to Derek Carr. The fact that he has his team, I believe their record is 8-7. The fact that his team was 8-7 is a testament to him. But with everything they've gone through this year, it's a testament to him. A lot of it is a testament to him, his leadership, the way he's been able to play, regardless of who's been there, who hasn't been there. But now you're going against a physical. One thing the Raiders don't do defensively is defend the run very well. Colts run the football just as good as anybody, and they're going to keep running the football. I think games like this are the kind of games where it makes it easy for Carson Wentz, because he can give the ball to Jonathan Taylor, who should be the league MVP, and he can just play off of that. So I like Indy. Now we have Jacksonville coming in. New England. New England gets a get-right game before the tough game against Miami next week, which is probably going to be for all the marbles. So I like that game very much. They get to use this week to fix some of the things that have been on, particularly their run defense. I like New England. Tampa gets to come to New York and play the Jets. Now, here's the thing about Tampa that's alarming me. Tampa was able to get their mojo last year around this time of the season and come in winning, playing a bunch of bad teams in the second half. And they got their mojo playing a bunch of bad teams, getting their swagger, so they got used to playing at a certain level of excellence, because they was always beating the shit out of bad teams. And this pretty much was happening for them. It's lining up for them the same way. Be cognizant of that. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Because a lot of times, and I notice particularly in football, when you play a bunch of bad teams and and you're mollywopping them. You're not just finding ways to win. You're putting foot to ass. It gives you the confidence necessary to to come with that same energy against good teams, against other great teams. And in this season, I think in the playoffs you're going to see some real Zeke shit happening because it's been high. This season has been the epitome of any given Sunday. It's been the epitome of that phrase, any given Sunday. There's been no season in my lifetime that I think emphasizes that more. So I think you're going to see something crazy. I think you're going to see someone completely unprecedented in the Super Bowl. So Tampa getting this road again. Pay attention. You're going to play against a bad Jet team. They're giving 13. I expect them to cover. Philly giving 4.5 on the road to Washington. Washington's in complete disarray. However, after getting their asses kicked completely by the Dallas Cowboys, I expect them to have a lot of fight for this game against Philly. And Philly does not have huge margin for error. Jalen Hurts played a great game last week, but they don't have huge margin for error. It's one thing for Dak Prescott to pick him apart, play off the running game. I don't know if Jalen Hurts could just do it like that. I don't know. He's playing better and better and better. He's a playmaker, not a pure passer. I expect Washington to keep this game very close. Very close. I think Philly wins by a late field goal. Washington keeps this game very close. Now we have the Rams going after Baltimore. Now, the one things the Rams don't do well defensively is going against the run when you go physical and you go run it right at them. The thing is, Baltimore doesn't run the football that effectively anymore. And whether they have Huntley in, Huntley's been decent. You have Lamar Jackson in, he's not processing things fast enough. In that situation, not processing shit fast enough, and you going against that pass rush with Miller, Aaron Donald, Floyd. I don't like that. There's a very depleted secondary. I was looking at a stat. In 28 games, Odell Beckham had 7 touchdowns for the Browns. In 6 games, I think 4 games, he's had 6 touchdowns. Or in 6 games, he's had 4 touchdowns. You tell me. They're using him very well. He's producing. I'm happy for him. And this is going to be a game where he's going to get his opportunities because they're going against a practice squad secondary. Matt Stafford, protect the football. You got everything else you need. Continue to run the ball. Sean McVay, protect the football. They cover that 5.5, no problem. Denver on the road against the Chargers. Now the Chargers, roster-wise, is so good. And you see the thing about that young quarterback. And there's a lot to love about Justin Herbert. But here's the thing that alarms me. And I said this last year. I remember looking at the Coach Money, like, how the hell do you not get in the college football playoff when you got that? But some of that has to go on Justin Herbert. Some of that has to go on him. Some of that has to go on him. That's why in the conversation between him and Joe Burrow, I'm kind of leaning more towards Joe Burrow. And I'm leaning more towards Joe Burrow, but there's something about him in those moments. He has a little bit. Justin Herbert physically is superior, but I think Joe Burrow has more dog in him. That's just my opinion. And this is the kind of game when you look at the rosters, you look at the quarterbacks, you would think the Chargers will blow them out the water, even though Denver has a good defense. But this is the kind of game where, you know, this is the kind of game where it's like that lack of dog that people are starting to notice kind of comes out a little bit, and then it ends up being a much tougher game than what it should be, where they end up losing this game. Let's see what happens. I still think the Chargers should win. Now we got the 49ers. With Jimmy G or without Jimmy G, I don't care. They're playing Houston and they're at home. They can bludgeon them with the run game. They'll still win, with or without Jimmy G. Now we got Arizona against Dallas. Arizona's picking the worst time of the year to to sink the way they are. Worst time of the year for that to happen. Um, Defensively, they're not stopping the run. Offensively, they're too reliant on big plays. Now, now early in the season, they're mixing the run very well. So it wasn't everything reliant on Kyler Murray, performing magic to get big plays. But now, Hopkins too. This dude's a little bit dinged up, and when you keep him in the pocket, it's not that he can't process things fast enough. It's that he kind of little Mighty Mouse plays hero ball. I've noticed that, and y'all know how much I hate the Dallas Cowboys. But if I'm going to be objective, I'm going to be objective. Their defense is for real. Y'all know I'm a big Giants fan. How did we win Super Bowls? Killing quarterbacks. Sending OC, Kiwi, JPP, Strahan, going NASCAR. Just go. And when I look at the way they're able to rush the quarterback now, with Micah Parsons, sometimes a good defense just needed a superstar to play off of. It's kind of like in basketball, how you seen the Toronto Raptors. Second, you got a superstar for them to play off of. They're right there playing for the championship. Then they got hurt and they won the championship. Same thing, kind of similar in the NFL. I noticed that with certain defenses. Second, you get a superstar that other guys can play off of. Other guys are damn good, but they can play off of this guy. And Micah Parsons is coming, and he's already a dog on that team. I knew he'd be good. I didn't know he'd be this good. I'm going to be honest. I did not see him being this good. And not this good. So I didn't think he'd be this good, period. Like, this guy looks like a generational defender, for crying out loud. He looks like what I would have wanted to see Anthony Barr use. He looks like Clay Matthews at the beginning of his career. He looks like, before he got injured, LeVar Arrington, but he wasn't always used correctly. That's what he looks like. He looks like a guy who's a weapon on the defensive end. When you have a guy like that that's a weapon, then you have other good defenders who can play off of him. Like Diggs, how many interceptions he has. Everybody's playing off of each other. Dallas is a dangerous team come playoff time because of their defense. The question is, with the Dallas Cowboys, they'll beat Arizona. I don't trust their coach. I do not trust their coach. I don't trust their quarterback. Shit gets thin. I don't trust their quarterback. Everything has to be on script. When things are on script, Dak wins. Things are on script. They're running the football. They play off the run. Dak looks like an all-pro. Things aren't on script. Dak don't look so good. Dak won't look so good. When he plays a team where things aren't always on script, like if these two teams played early in the season, Arizona blows them out the water. When you, it's kind of like I say in boxing, it's not just who you fight, it's when you fight them. The type that they're fighting now, Dallas going to kick the shit out of them. Dallas wins this by 2 touchdowns. Solely because of they win this by 2 touchdowns. We got Carolina and New Orleans. Both teams are already looking towards next year. New Orleans defense is really, really stacked. The team just needs a quarterback. The team really just needs a quarterback. Hopefully they can fix this next year. It's a pick 'em. New Orleans is giving 6.5, but both teams need quarterbacks. Detroit against Seattle. I like Detroit because I don't think Seattle can score enough points to cover something like that. Then we have Green Bay giving 13 against Minnesota. It's 13 because Kirk Cousins come down with coronavirus. I don't think he's playing. So, of course, Green Bay, that is very easy. Then we got Pittsburgh at home against Cleveland. Big Ben should pack it in, but right now Big Ben on his best is still better than Baker Mayfield. I like Pittsburgh. Those are my picks. That's my takes. It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. I'm out. Salute.